Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Baldeykino. Alright, what is going on today? Got the Kiervitz K700 over here, and I have the Universal Coat, or Coat Universal, depending on how you want to say it. And I was going to fill this up with water, and we're going to take it over to the potato washing machine and get that started. Now I think one of the weird things, one of the weird things about the potato washer, or not the potato washer, the Coat Universal, is that I have a placeable fuel container, and it doesn't like to pick up fuel from that for whatever reason. Now the strange thing is, this Coat Universal actually does take fuel. Where is it here? This guy right here. So it does take fuel, but for whatever reason I wasn't able to fill it up from my placeable fuel tank. Don't know the reason why behind it, but I think it's just a bit strange. Anyhow, so we can take this over to the potato washer, and then we'll put some water in it, and then maybe we will be able to progress there, but we'll see. And as of right now, I have the Case 380 CVX. It's currently just plowing in that manure we put down last episode. And one of the funny things about this field, because of the way it's shaped, you can notice that some areas right here don't get plowed just due to the shape of the field itself. I guess there's like a bit of a dip there, and it's kind of strange actually, considering this is just such a small plow. Like something like that doesn't usually happen with smaller plows in this game. Typically it is with larger plows that you see that. But anyways, if you recall, one thing I mentioned last episode about the nutrients level was that I'm going to have crazy nutrient levels. Right here I have X15 for nitrogen, and then PK is 7. So like, just to put it in perspective, it's kind of ridiculous. So, which is the reason why I probably didn't need to do it a second time, or put manure down a second time, but we did anyways. So anyways, like I said, we're going to take this over to the potato washing machine, which is just a ways down the road, and then we'll put some water in it, and we'll go from there. People always tell me, Ian, you know, you can get water from, I don't know, there is actually a water filling place on this map, but I don't know, I just like the placeable. It's more convenient. That's why I end up using the placeables almost all the time, because they are more convenient for you, right? So like, I don't have to, so like for example, where the actual water is over by the Holtzlager over there, so you actually have to go all the way over there to get the water. So that's the reason why I don't want to do that, because it's just way out of my way. So, and that's the reason why I just do it this way. I buy a placeable. There's two of them. I always get the windmill, because I guess I like windmills or something. I don't know. My wife is Dutch. Well, her family's Dutch technically, so I guess that's the reason why. I don't know. I can't even place that as a reason, if I'm honest here. But anyways, what we're going to do, like I said, is get that rolling, and we'll see what's what, and if we can't get some fuel. So there's that placeable fuel container I talked about, and hopefully we'll be able to get some fuel from it, but I don't think we will. I tried it like last time, and I don't know why it didn't like it though, which is, it's a bit strange. Like, you would think there's no like particular rhyme or reason behind it. Like, what would be the difference between like a fuel container put into the game through Giant's Editor versus a placeable? Like, I'm not sure. There must be some difference, because that's why this won't fill it up. Anyways, let me grab a quick sip of coffee here. Nice. Coffee's going down excellently. It always does. Now, as you can see, this tractor doesn't like the isn't that quite as powerful as you'd think for this particular trailer. I don't know why. This is a 220 horsepower tractor, and for whatever reason, with this trailer, it's like just a wee bit too heavy. So once it hits a hill, it like can't handle it. It's really strange, and I don't know the reason why that is, but it just doesn't work like it at all. We're gonna go through this little section right here. Just be easier. Now the water is right there. Question is, can I back this up in the appropriate place? It's funny, I went past the post office the other day, and I saw a big transport truck backing up, or trying to get backed up into the appropriate spot. It was pretty funny to watch, because like where he was, where he had to like back up. He had to like get onto the main road again, and then from the main road he had to like, you know, back up into this really ridiculous spot. Like if I had to if I had to do it in like ATS, I would have just, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm good. But it was not a pleasant place to park, that's for sure. And he probably wasn't happy about it because there was like 2 box trailers beside each other, and then he had to park right in the middle, of course, right? So we have 16,000 seeds, which is potatoes in this context, and then we have 0 diesel. And diesel's the problem, and we're actually not going to need all of this. It's going to need, you know, half of it. That's what I expected. So what we'll do is, probably should have done this to begin with, but I wanted to make sure I had enough for the potato washer. There we go. Gonna make this turn. And take the rest of the cows, I suppose. They don't really need that much water. Like, we can actually check that from here it is. How much water do they actually need? They only have 2% loss, so not a lot. Apparently my turning is bad. Alright, there we go. Let's get out of here. One thing that I'm really not, I don't know why they didn't add it to the game, is why do you have to, why can't you just go and get water from, like, a lake or something like that to put on your field for the soil mod? Like, for example, it seems a bit strange. Like, why do I have to use like a spray type sort of idea as opposed to just water that I can pick up for free? Because if you want to moisturize your fields through the soil mod, for example, you actually need to use like the spray, which is a bit ridiculous, I think, because you should be able to just go, you know, pick up some water and then spray it on your field, but I guess it doesn't work that way. I think it's just the way the soil mod, and it's probably partially the limitations of the game itself, I would imagine, as well, just because it's farm sim and there are some limitations. Strangely enough, I just had a random thought, like, we haven't heard anything about cattle and crops yet still, which I'm not super surprised about. Like I said, I was saying to Landy a while back, I'm like, oh, well, I'll wait till I see it and then I'll get, you know, excited about it, but until then, I'm just gonna wait and see like everybody else. Looks like I'm just gonna stop here for a quick sec, and this guy thinks he's done, but he's not. Finish plowing the rest of the field. I do like this plow. It's a good size. It looks nice too. It's the one from the Vaderstadt soil mod pack, like I mentioned before, and you can get it on Mod Hoster. Is where I got it from. It comes with that, like two plows, 2 cultivators, some sprayers. Like, they have some pretty cool little contraptions you can put together if you want. All right. Just water the road here a little bit. It's Russia. No one's going to even notice. Alright. Here we are. Wait for that door to open. I think it's just something to do with like the turning circle of this tractor versus the trailer. It's really strange. It really doesn't like it very much. So, here is the placeable once again. So there's actually the trigger for it is like right here. Maybe if I back up into this corner here, maybe. But this is where it all is. So technically I should be able to fill up from it, but for whatever reason I can't. But hopefully we can get that potato washer working. We're just waiting for the water to empty out there. And we have something to spread lime. Good. Water. Good. So this is the Vaderstadt cultivator I was talking about before. Really cool little cultivator. It folds up really nicely. Well, what did I see? I think it was a mower conditioner. I think. Let's see. If I pull up beside here, I'll be able to fill up the tractor. Oops. I'll be able to fill up the tractor, and we'll see if we can fill up the actual trailer itself too. No, see, I don't know. I don't understand why it does that. Maybe it's because you need to fill the implement. That's what I'm trying to do. That's going to refill the tractor. Yeah, see? That's what I'm not sure about. I don't know why it's like that. So anyways, this mower conditioner that comes to mind right now, it was an interesting, like it was like the John Deere Moco that I have in game. That kind of, it is like the swing style. But the other thing is, it actually was able to, instead of just being able to swing, it was also able to fold up. So you could go down like narrow lanes and stuff. So it made it really, really beneficial. So like that cultivator right there is actually quite a large cultivator in real life. But the fact that you can fold it up like that and take it through some more narrow areas is pretty awesome. Yeah, see, I don't understand. See, nothing. See, but there's a, yeah, that's where it is. I don't understand why that doesn't recognize this. Well, might as well fill up the Kirovitz. It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. And that's why I can't figure out. I'm like, I don't know, I understand why this wouldn't work. I wonder if I got another, I wonder. Let's just try. Just for the sake of testing. Let's get the in-game one. Miscellaneous, I think it is. Oh, I should have just rented it. Oh well. Too late now. So I don't understand. So that thing technically should be able to take fuel, and it does, and I have done it before, but for whatever reason from that particular trigger it just does not want to be able to get the fuel. I don't understand. Alright, let's try with this little guy here. This combination looks silly just because of the size of this tractor and the size of the trailer. This will probably work. Watch this. Yeah. Oh, no. Interesting. Maybe it's something to do, it must be something to do with the fact that this is a placeable. That's the only thing I can think of. Like some, or maybe it's something to do with like the way it's, what's it called? The way it's written, or the code or associated with it. Like, I can only assume that's the reason why. Because this is the in-game one, so it's something to do with the trigger itself. Because this definitely will take it, but I don't know. Maybe because the trigger's not big enough. Sometimes that is the case, strangely enough. Oh no, there it goes. Nope, that's still my tractor. And it's not because I have my tractor selected, because I definitely don't have that. Yeah, that's strange. Wonder why it's the case. Very odd. And annoying, actually. Anyways, just leave that there for the time being. Let's check on this guy, see how he's doing. Is he finishing up this last little section here? Yeah, we'll just do this manually because, of course. Why would a hired worker work? Right? Like, I mean, it's only a hired worker. It's not like you're paying the guy or anything. There we go. As you can see, there was a little bit of potatoes left in the corner here. Always happens. It's one of those things where it's like you want it to you want it to work perfectly, but it never does. Potatoes aren't very good in like oddly shaped fields. They almost always need to be in like perfect squares for them to get like every bit. And interestingly enough, a lot of times the way people will plant potatoes is like they'll do like I don't even call it a T-headland, maybe is the word for it. But what they'll do is they will do like up and down the field, and then right here at the end of the field, instead of going like north-south, they would go do like 3 or 4 headlands like east-west. So then they would take off this east-west headland first, so they would have room to turn around. Makes sense, right? That's kind of cool. Not everybody does it though. I guess it depends on the size of your operation and whatnot, but it's pretty cool when you see it like that, because you're like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. I'm like, why doesn't everybody do that? And it's just because, you know, the way they have it set up. Like, for example, my in-laws, they harvest potatoes every year, and they have a pull-behind harvester, and I think they kind of do it, but not like to the degree I'm thinking of, I guess. So I think it's just due to the fact that they don't need a crazy amount of space. Although that pull-behind harvester is larger than you think. It's funny, what's been happening the last few days is I've been making coffee, drinking all the coffee, and been like, I could have some more coffee. Like, I've been drinking like too much coffee, and it's been like too easy, basically, to drink more coffee. Like, I could easily have, this is my second cup here, and I've had maybe half the pot of coffee already, almost. It's a big cup. And that's what I've noticed with these cups that I picked up a while back. They're actually pretty big. With this one, at least. And, which is very convenient for drinking coffee. But you don't realize how much coffee you drink until you're, like, done, and then you're like, what the heck? Especially when you go to look at the coffee pot itself, and you're like, oh, okay, there was supposed to be more coffee in there for you, but there's not. So, yeah, we're going to let that one slide. Let me tell you a little story about the coffee cups, actually. So, I got the coffee cups a while ago now, and that was awesome. And I got them through, they were shipped through FedEx, which is not a problem usually. But because they got shipped out of the United States, I actually have to pay duty and import fees on them now, which is kind of a pain, because it's like an extra like $40 I have to pay now for import fees, which is ridiculous considering the cup is like, I got 4 cups and it was like $40, something like crazy like that, with something along those lines. But I had to pay, so now I bought the cups, and now I have to pay for the import fees, although it was free shipping at the time, so go figure. So basically you're paying for shipping now. I don't know, it really irked me the other day, that's for sure. But it's because I live in Canada and they came from the United States. So if you're in the United States, it's not going to be a problem for you. But if you live in Canada, it may be a problem, and you may have a similar situation. There we go. Perfect. All right. So that fuel problem is rather annoying. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the placeable I have. I don't know what it is. And this one just comes from the FarmSimMay website, so I can only assume it's something to do with the way it's programmed and trailers. So I don't know what the exact reason is, which is a bit it's a bit strange. Oh well. Anyways, folks, that seems like a good time as any to stop the episode there for now. Not crazy long, but not crazy short either. I know people weren't super into the whole 10, 15, not 10, I think it was like 10 to 11 minute videos, and a lot of people were like, no, way too short. So I'm gonna keep them from like 15 to 30 depending what's going on in the days, but today there's not much going on in Baldeykino, so we'll stop it there for the time being. My name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Baldeykino, and if you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Baldeykino. I'll catch you guys later.